Good morning. Welcome, Provost Alvarado. Thank you very much. And many thanks to the folks who put together that striking video ushering us into the fall semester. As you heard from Provost Alvarado, 54 new faculty are joining us today. I hope that you're all out there receiving your congratulations and looking forward to the new year. Normally, I would acknowledge all 54 of you, as others have said, by asking you to stand, then our community would welcome you with a resounding round of applause, but this year is just me here. I was intrigued, as many were, to see that Major League Baseball is piping applause and cheers into ballparks. And we're a major league university, but we decided against that. So I'll simply say welcome. Just let you know that you hit a home run. I'm keeping the baseball metaphor going for a second. That you hit a home run with your decision to join the faculty of Cal State LA. It is among the finest faculty in the nation, in my experience and the experience of so many others. I know that you're going to contribute in exciting and transformative ways to the vibrancy of our scholarship and teaching, and I'm looking forward to meeting each of you in person. Let me also welcome all of you who are watching today, our students, faculty, staff, our alumni, our emeriti faculty, our many friends. A special welcome and congratulations to Talia Betcher, our new chair of the Academic Senate. Welcome and deep thanks to our ASI President, Diana Chavez, and all of our student representatives. Your leadership will make a difference and help to assure the success of our 25,000 students as we navigate this very unusual year. We start the new academic year keenly aware that it is unlike any other in the history of Cal State LA. We see, hear, and feel the differences at every turn. The very fact that you're watching this address from your homes rather than from a seat in the Luckman Theater is one sign that this is a very different convocation. These are very different times. The last 5 months have not been easy, not for our students, our faculty, our staff, or our nation. The pandemic contorted our world. The killing of George Floyd broke our hearts and shined a light on the undeniable and painful truth about police brutality and the injustices suffered by the Black community and communities of color. The outrage accelerated a movement across our nation and around the globe. Today, we gather, experiencing together a dramatic recalibration of our everyday circumstances, our everyday practices and challenges. We gather today attuned like never before to the inequities and abuses of power that have been brought before our eyes. Even so, I'm confident that we will rededicate ourselves to our ambitious mission in this new academic year, to transform lives and foster thriving communities across Greater Los Angeles, to cultivate and amplify our students' unique talents and intellect to support their overall success, their well-being, and the public good. We will emerge with new practices, new tools, new approaches for educating our students and for serving our community. And I'm hopeful that our nation will emerge from this chapter with a renewed sense of our responsibility to one another. For now, the pandemic is still with us, but we have an advantage that we did not have in March. 5 months of experience. 5 months from the day we ended all events on campus last semester. We know more about our capacity for meeting change than we knew before. Provost Alvarado noted that our faculty met the challenge of the pandemic by spending much of this summer preparing to teach in ways that will challenge, prepare, and engage our students in a virtual space. What we've accomplished is nothing less than stunning. To all of the faculty who are participated in the Alt Instruction Summer Institute, thank you. And to the deans, associate deans, department chairs, to Kat Harris and the staff of our nationally renowned Center for Effective Teaching and Learning, thank you. Across the university, our staff have also prepared for this new and unprecedented semester. In the spring, we passed out laptops and hotspots to students who needed them. We're doing some more of that today. In preparation for this academic year, Information Technology Service purchased thousands more laptops and hotspots, anticipating the need. The Division of Student Life has devised a way to distribute technology through a contact-free process. We know that students need this help. The pandemic has left families struggling, some without work, others on the brink of eviction. In the spring, we dispersed nearly $18 million in CARES Act funding to almost 20,000 students. There's still some funding in reserve that will help our neediest students this semester. Even before we received the CARES Act funding, we used university funds to assist students with emergency grants that totaled $286,000. Some of our students were not eligible for CARES Act funding, so we provided nearly $1 million to ensure that all of our students, regardless of their status, received the help they needed. And you might have seen, featured on CNN and elsewhere, our colossal food distribution event held with the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank this summer, which provided more than 3,000 families with 80 pounds of food each. We featured some of that on the video. We opened a COVID-19 testing site here on campus so that those in nearby communities or those who want to come to a familiar place to be tested can do so. Because of this demonstrated commitment to public service, Governor Gavin Newsom awarded Cal State LA an inaugural Civic Action Fellowship Grant. With this grant, we will deploy Cal State LA students to nonprofits that are working with community partners in Southeast Los Angeles County to address environmental, economic development, and health and education issues. Our students are serving in these communities at a time when their service is crucial. Groundbreaking research by the Pat Brown Institute, which was featured in the LA Times, found that communities in Southeast Los Angeles County are among the hardest hit by the coronavirus. These communities are also home to many of our students. Because we care, we are poised to help. Recently, we held another food distribution event with the Southeast Rio Vista YMCA in Maywood. And we worked with the YMCA to offer a virtual STEAM academy, you know, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, a STEAM academy for youth from 4 of the YMCA's most under-resourced and underserved communities: the Crenshaw Family YMCA, the Weingart YMCA Wellness and Aquatic Center in South Los Angeles, the Weingart East Los Angeles YMCA, and the Southeast Rio Vista YMCA. Through this collaboration, we provided engaging learning experiences to students who otherwise would not have had the opportunity. For our own students, we have utilized technology not only to provide instruction, but to enhance vital services. We're now using our new cloud-based call center for financial aid, records, and admissions. This allows our staff from wherever they are to respond to calls from students remotely. And through our remote 24/7 ITS help desk. Technological support is available via email, phone, and an online ticketing system to students, faculty, and staff. If you compare March through June of last year, of 2019, with March through June of this year, there's been a 39% increase in the number of calls to the ITS help desk. And during that same period this year, the ITS help desk experienced an over 100% increase in the number of tickets it handled in comparison to last year. Our Student Health Center uses Zoom to provide, you've heard of Zoom, right? Uses Zoom to provide services securely and remotely. You won't be surprised to learn that our Zoom usage has shot up from February, when we had 7,000 Zoom meeting participants, to April and beyond. In April, we had 460,000 Zoom meeting participants. This summer, our Golden Eagle orientation for new students moved online. Orientation staff exhibited their characteristic and great creativity and caring to keep students engaged and informed. Following Golden Eagle orientation, new students participated in our summer launch program. This was created by New Student and Family Programs and the Center for Student Involvement. Summer launch is a new opportunity for students to meet and to begin building community. With all these initiatives and more in view, we owe many, many thanks to staff across the university for your part in making a difficult time better. The pandemic has delivered lessons that we will spend years absorbing. Some of those lessons are harsh, and some of them are tender, including our discovery of the great need that we have for contact with one another. Our students need our support, and they need each other. That's why the long list of co-curricular activities available online at calstatela.edu/calendar is so important. Our Center for Student Involvement and our cross-cultural centers have kept students together, talking, moving, creating, enjoying each other's company. This summer, there were workshops on craft making, dance contests, boxing classes, and our virtual Greek life groups holding leadership seminars. The Center for Student Involvement partnered with our Career Development Center to offer summer career development workshops, and students involved in clubs and organizations participated in a virtual officer development course. The cross-cultural centers celebrated Pride Month and created much-needed spaces for students to discuss pressing topics, including anti-Blackness. Working with counseling and psychological services, the cross-cultural centers hosted Let's Talk sessions to support students. ASI continued wonderful work on behalf of students. In its first fully virtual election, students selected their student government leadership, and the participation was wonderfully high. ASI stepped forward and provided $150,000 in emergency grants to students impacted by the pandemic. ASI was also a partner in our food distribution, providing snacks and water and other assistance to volunteers. At virtual town halls hosted by ASI, students raised questions and expressed their concerns, and ASI collaborated with university administrators and others for information and solutions. We look forward to continuing such collaboration throughout this year. Our fall semester will include a robust program of events and activities for students, starting with our virtual Welcome Week next week, Campus departments will showcase their services during open houses. Plans are underway for a virtual wellness week hosted by the Student Health Center that will provide COVID-19 information and health guidelines. This summer, we watched as initiatives from the highest office in the land placed the futures of our students in jeopardy. A Supreme Court ruling against the Trump administration's effort to end DACA allowed us to breathe a collective sigh of relief. We rejoiced for a bit, only to learn that efforts to end DACA have not stopped. We must remain vigilant. We must remain prepared. Our international students face the terrible threat of being forced to leave the country under new ICE guidance. I was so very proud to see the way our community pulled together to search for solutions. Cal State LA joined the state of California in a federal lawsuit, and I signed on to an amicus brief brought by Harvard and MIT. Cal State LA's work ultimately helped push ICE to settle the lawsuit and retract the guidance. Long before the killing of George Floyd and the movement it propelled, Black student enrollment was a subject of discussion here at Cal State LA. For that reason, we launched an effort in the fall of 2019 to aggressively address the declining enrollment of Black students. This was a collaborative approach. It involved many university offices, admissions, recruitment, orientation, and others. And this work is now producing the kinds of results that we hoped to see. Our admission of Black students was much, much higher than ever before. Our enrollment confirmation deposits, these are the confirmation deposits we get in May from students who are declaring their intention to come to Cal State LA. Our ECDs, as we call them, saw a comparably sharp increase. And we now stand poised to welcome what may be the largest class of Black students that we've had in many years. This good news comes in spite of the pandemic and its impact. And we will continue to build on this progress by working together in a coordinated way to ensure student success. As Provost Alvarado stressed, we know that our work does not stop with admitting and enrolling students. Supporting their progress toward earning a degree is our highest priority. We do this by sustaining and enriching a welcoming campus climate, one in which our students feel a sense of belonging. We continue to develop support programs to accomplish this goal. The Remote Summer Bridge Program, a Black Student Fall Welcome, and the RISE Peer Mentoring Program. RISE, R-I-S-E, stands for Retention through Interpersonal Student Engagement. The program pairs continuing students with new students to help them successfully settle into life as a golden eagle. The Men of Color Success Network continues to encourage and support young men on their educational journeys at Cal State LA. This fall, you'll see more new programming, including a 4-part series that will explore the core elements of anti-Blackness and the ways to work together to combat it. Like so many of you, Debbie and I look forward to the day when you can return to face-to-face teaching, when we can say hello to all of you in person, and all of us can return to face-to-face learning and work. And when you all return, our campus will have a few additions. We'll have new dormitory-style residence halls for students. You've got a glimpse of that on the video too. We will have renovated physical sciences what was the Physical Sciences Building. We're not calling it Physical Sciences Building anymore. It will be a renovated, beautiful building dedicated to student services. And this semester is the inaugural semester of our new College of Ethnic Studies. Establishing a new and distinctive college is, of course, never without difficulties. Challenges are inevitable. But I am so proud that ours is the first College of Ethnic Studies created in 50 years. Our commitment is not only to open its doors, but to set it on a distinctive path for success. Some of you will recognize a change to what had been known as the Mind Matters initiative. Our initiative has evolved, as many do, and we have given it a new name, Well-Being You. That's a capital U, Well-Being You. Debbie and I have, since the moment we set foot on campus, made student health and well-being a top priority, and Well-Being You remains committed to the health and well-being of our university community. Over the years, we've been expanding our psychological counseling staff. We have been expanding and creating many different paths for access to well-being programs and services to ensure that we're responding to student needs. As our students reorient their lives to current changes and challenges, we expect the need for psychological counseling and basic needs assistance to grow, and we will be ready. This summer, we mourn the loss of a giant of the civil rights movement, Congressman John Lewis. This loss is so very, very great. We trusted Congressman Lewis to act from a place of moral clarity, to demonstrate courage in the face of injustice, to speak truth to power, and to get into what he called good trouble. Many of you will remember that Congressman Lewis came to Cal State LA in 2016 to inspire and encourage our community. You may not know that his wife was an alumna of Cal State LA. One of Congressman Lewis's great insights resonates with me every day. He said many times, "We all live in the same house." Speaking to a group of graduates during a 2016 commencement, he said this, quote, "I say to you, the wind may blow, the thunder may roll, and the lightning may flash, and the rain may beat down on our old house. But you have an obligation, you have a mission, you have a mandate to stay with the house and hold on to your principles, hold on to your beliefs. Call it an American house, call it a world house. We all live in the same house. Let's stay together and never give up, never give in. Keep the faith and walk with the spirit of this institution, and you'll be all right," unquote. Let's all make the most of this historic semester. Be safe, be well, and let's take care of everyone in our house. Welcome.